Hey guys, this is the 12th year anniversary of Fukushima Daiichi. It is March 11th, 2023, and this is the second video in the series that I'm putting out. So if you haven't watched the first one, stop this video right now and go back and watch the other one first. There's a lot of information in that first one. We'll get back to the images, the satellite images after this, but I wanted to come in and show this. Ground radioactive iodine levels based on U.S. aircraft monitoring data. I want you to pay close attention here. More than 3 million becquerels. More than. So it's higher than 3 million, but it is unknown how much higher than 3 million it is. Okay? This is per square meter. It's very important that we know that it's per square meter because, well, you would say, oh, well, 3 million becquerels, that's not bad, but that's per square meter. And this is the 20-kilometer radius here. Even the oranges between 1 million and 3 million becquerels per square meter. Now you can see contamination went up north because the wind was blowing in for a few days and then it blew out for a few days after. You see all this contamination down here. That's where they were scraping the ground. All through here. All through here. All through here. But you must understand, iodine does not travel alone. It has an 8-day half-life. 131 does. But it is not traveling by itself. This is a marker. This is to give you a rough guesstimate of what areas received the other radionuclides that were released. There is no containment area that they could say is safe. It's kind of the state of the reactors here. Before and after. Just want to show these pictures real quick. It's the meltdown in Unit 3, I believe. You can just see it's everywhere. Mainly on the base. Of course, this is just a film, so you don't see tons of material here. So we'll move on to the other photos I have, the satellite imagery of the area between the range of 2012 to 2015 when I took them. You know how Google is. They don't update it very quickly. So, all right, we'll get back to the images. Okay, this is where we finished off on the last video. And then this area is north of Fukushima Daiichi. And I believe this is where they were bringing the material that they had already sorted and thought it not to be contaminated. See, they had trucks coming in here and just dumping piles, and they used this excavator to level it off. Closer version. I believe this is still north of Fukushima. You'll see these black bags scattered everywhere. And you'll find areas where they scraped up the ground, certain areas they didn't touch. Found this one interesting. Looks like some sort of white liner that they rolled out. They're putting dirt over the top of it. And you have some of these black bags here. You have a facility here, loads of piles, and sorting. Looks like a fenced in area here. Anybody know what was going on back there, huh? You can see how they scraped the ground out over here. Some they left. More bags over here. A couple square city blocks. You can see all the areas they scraped and they didn't. Can you imagine how long it would take you to go through just this area and find the contamination? You can see the lighter patch here, kind of outlined. Landmarks, Futaba, and 6. It's kind of backed out. The areas I did zoom into, I tried to show the overall overview where it's located. I'm pretty certain this is north of Daiichi. Here we have another area. I believe this is still north of Daiichi. Okay, I may have already shown this area here. This is just another picture of it. Futaba. And it's just north of Fukushima Daiichi. Yep. This whole area, all this had to be gone through. Let's see, a lot of work being done on the north end of Daiichi. All the tanks. They have so much more now. I want to say this is south of Daiichi we're getting into now. Another operation, bag operation, sorting dirt, piling the bags up, load them out. Look how these different areas just cut into, just wild. See everything they gone through. So here's Daiichi, I think, here. I believe This area is bags maybe. Yep, loads of bags. Man, it's hard to grasp the amount of work that happened and still left to do. I mean, they're going to be at this for decades, trying to get all these bags sorted and gone through, and all the material and contamination up. I believe these are solar panels here. These are bags. Operation by some homes. See here, they did some work here. I think this is the road they were taking to get to the pit, maybe. Here you can see they dumped piles and just spreading it out. You can see all over this whole area is what they did. All of it. Probably this area too. Piles here. I mean, just scraping this area alone. Can you imagine how long that would take to scrape all that up and put it in a bag? It's crazy. It's an operation. Load the trucks, sand, filling them up, shipping them out. Bags. Operation. Okay, so that's what that whole area there they worked on. 112 is the marker. Here we go. Here's the large, very large operation. The amount of bags in this spot is astronomical. This should be south of Fukushima Daiichi, I believe. It's pile after pile, guys. Is nuclear energy worth it? Is this factored in the kilowatt hour? Does this cost go into the kilowatt hour? I don't think so. There's no way that they could tell us how much this would actually cost just by trying to predict it. This whole area is nothing but piles of bags. Marker. Large pile. Some of these places are no longer here or even named the same thing. There's a lot of government offices that took over buildings that were here. Trucks loaded up with bags. More bags. And a long line of trucks. homes. I tried to find every grouping of bags I could find, and every little operation with equipment I could find, I took a picture of. And I probably still missed loads of them. But it's hard to miss. I mean, they're everywhere. See the areas they worked on and scraped up. 251. That's your marker here. It's difficult to visualize this whole area, guys. You think of a whole state. Not a whole state, but, say a border of a state. I can't imagine it. Operations. This was a pretty large section where there were bags, I remember here. This area still has bags today, I do believe. 251. Yeah, this is a large number of bags here. Bags out. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bags, maybe 2 deep. So 16 bags in total. It's 16 ton. Not sure what those trucks will hold, but probably roughly. Here's to show you how they're stacked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7 high here. Surely nobody in their right mind would think this is okay just so us to have power to cover 9% of our energy needs, is all nuclear takes from the market. Look at all these bags, guys. Look at all this. Today, there's still bags here. They are still moving them out daily. So you have this section here that's bags, and you have this section here we just seen was bags. Some over here, all the way over to the sea, to the ocean. I believe, yeah, this should be south in between. This should be in between Daiichi and Daini, I believe. Mori. This may be north. This may be north of Fukushima, maybe. Oh, here's Tomioka. So yes, it's in between Daiichi and Daini. So we've seen these bags here. These bags here. I believe there's some down in here. Something going on here. Just to show you, they scraped up the ground in this person's yard, and they're topping it with sand from that pit that I show. Blue tarps. Blue tarps really tell a story. You can find a lot of stuff going on if you just look for the blue. It pops out. 35 marker. Blue tarp out in the middle of nowhere. Piece of machinery. Different ramps going in and out of certain sections. Really, what's going on here? solar panels. Area they scrape down. There's like a pit type of thing over here. More area they scrape down. It's this little area here. These are some of those fingers that they were going into. All this is scraped down, all that, all that. It's an operation there. Here we have more operations going on, spreading topsoil over the top. No marker here. This is down into one of them fingers, though. You can tell it's into that forest. One of these here. That's where it's at. One of these. This is Tomioka. Another operation going on here. Blue tarps. Bags. I noticed this too. This white. This is like a little lake here. Seems like. And you can still find this today. In fact, we're going to stop with this on this one. And I'm going to make one more. There's this one's taken a while, and I still have more to go through for sure. So um, these people suffered, and they suffered a lot more than they should have had to, and they're still suffering, and all because a nuclear industry and governments in nuclear weapons who have an interests in these reactors. So tell me what you think down below. Watch out for the next third video. It should be the final video, I imagine, in the series. So I thank you for watching. And until next time. Bye.